Death was near. He was rattling the knob, pounding on the door. "Michael! Michael, it's me, Father Garrity. Let me in." But Michael Finnegan would not fall for Death's tricks. "Begone, you bastard!" he shouted. He'd locked the door moments ago. Now he pulled the curtains and knelt by the bed where his wife lay. He didn't look at her face. He couldn't. Instead, he lifted her hand and pressed her palm to his cheek. Her fingers felt as thin as a bundle of sticks. "Do you want a sip of water, Molly?" he said, forcing a smile into his voice. "Your glass is right here on the night table. You'll have to sit up, though. Can you do that? Can you sit up, love?" His words faded into the silence of the sour, airless room. Michael released Molly's hand and made himself look at her, made himself see her wasted face, the sharpness of her bones beneath her skin. An anguished groan wrenched itself from his throat. He banged his skull against the wooden headboard, again and again and again. "Michael, for the love of God, open the door before it's too late." "No," Michael whispered. He stood up and started to pace back and forth, his eyes never leaving the door. A dizzying confusion gripped him. How had this happened? How? No matter how many times he went over it in his head, it still made no sense. Molly had looked a little tired 2 days ago, even after her morning cup of tea. But what woman didn't only a month after having a baby? He'd told her to have a lie-down with Nell, and that he'd clear the breakfast dishes. She'd said she would, and had taken her cookbook down off the shelf, meaning to page through it before she slept. "We've not had a cake since Nell came along," she called over her shoulder as she headed out of the kitchen. "I'll bake one to have with the Sunday dinner. We could ask the Munros to come." Michael said he thought that was a fine idea. He washed the dishes, then he went downstairs to open the shop. When he returned at noon for a bite to eat, he knew something was wrong the instant he opened the door. Nell was crying, not the loud, lusty howls she let out when she was hungry or wet, but a low, whimpering moan.